welcome back to Oz Reacts. Got another reaction video for you. Another one about Michael Jordan. But this one is NBA legends explain how good Michael Jordan would be in today's NBA. And there have been some doubts about that. I see a lot of comments all across social media doubting MJ and saying, the level of competition wasn't as good as it is today. And let's see what the people who played in that era and in both eras said about it. But enough talk, let's get right to it. I'm not trying to waste y'all time.
James Harden had a season average 30. You played in both eras. How many points do you think Jordan would literally average per game? Today.
Shoot. More than James Harden.
James Harden had a season average 36.
More than that. For sure.
Really?
For sure. And I was at the Jordan era.
Yeah.
I was
Jordan averaged 38.
Kobe, yeah.
Duncan. And
1 year.
Taylor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I played with
on
these
two-pointers,
guys.
mostly.
I've seen all the three-point balls go
Right.
up. They can't. Jordan, no way. Jordan would average 50.
You believe Jordan would average 50?
If he wanted to.
Right.
Like James Harden wants to average 50. He just can't.
Right.
He got 38.
Right.
Amazing.
Right.
If Jordan wants to average 50, if he was playing his era, I think he averages 50. And this is no disrespect to any of the guys
Current players.
that's killing, like
Right.
KD, you know.
Yeah, all those guys, yeah.
Yeah, not all
the guys, Steph and LeBron and all those
no
guys, yeah.
disrespect to those guys.
They go, like, people say different eras. Yes, it's different eras, but imagine somebody averaging 37 when you can get beat up, no 3 seconds, hand checks,
Thank
all
you,
that.
John
You know what I mean?
Wall.
Like, now, if you hit somebody like that, you suspended 10 games.
What type of numbers do you think he's putting up if he's playing today?
Man, Jordan averaging 45 and whatever else he wants.
Easy.
It's like you can't touch nobody. Like, you can't hand check.
Yeah, for sure.
No hand check. Just you playing 6'6" guys at center. Like, the league is
Yeah.
I'm not knocking it, but it's just, if you can't score right now and get a bucket one-on-one,
Centers
you
are
don't
so
belong
much
in
shorter
basketball.
now.
But that's what a lot of people pride themselves off of, just go get a one-on-one bucket now.
Yeah.
There's no, like, you don't really have shoot around no more. Like, there's no plays to go over, there's no system to run. So it's like a lot more free flowing for a lot of rookies and second-year players.
I said between 45 and 50 because it reminded me so much of how Wilt Chamberlain seemed to be just dropped in a different era when he was averaging 50 and 25. That's what Michael Jordan represented for the era he came in. Think about it. He was MVP of the league.
Look at that, though.
While teams were
Slow-mo.
still flying
God
commercial.
damn.
Okay? The rigor isn't the same. The physicality in today's game isn't the same. And one of the things that you didn't acknowledge, all NBA defense, he will be getting steals. He will be getting out in transition, catching lobs, 3-on-2,
Right.
2-on-1, and also getting to the
Facts.
free throw line. In the NBA Finals in the early 90s, he scored 63 in the 80s versus the great Boston Celtics. And yes, there are a handful of great defensive teams in today's game. The Bucks, both teams in LA, the Toronto Raptors. But you know what else it is, Greeny? A lot of bottom feeders. So say against the great teams, he would average 40, no doubt. Against the bad teams, the lottery teams, he would definitely
man, he going
average
for
50
60.
against
Yeah,
those
word.
squads. So that's how I got to
Golly.
the number, and I see how you got there as well.
So 1 is the best, 5 is
Jalen
subpar.
Rose said it.
All
Said
right,
it best.
not so good. So you get a chance to rank 1 through 5. Psychologically, how do you rank Michael Jordan?
1.
The scale of 1 to 5?
1 to 5. 1 being
5.
the best, 5 being the worst.
Oh, 1.
1.
1. Ball handling.
1.
Okay.
Amen.
Defender.
1.
1.
Mid-range jumper.
0. Better than 1.
See, the best.
Like I said, he's a pure shooter. Like, I don't think anybody in the league at that point was shooting the ball better than him. Shooting 50+% from the field at the guard position, shooting all J's. Like, you have to be a pure shooter. And everything was touching bottoms. Like, yeah, 1, 0. You go 0 with that one.
KD said it.
What do you think Jordan will average? Where do you think he would fit in?
I mean, he can adapt his game to anything. He would fit in as the best player in the league. Like, that's what he would be. And, you know, I feel like he'll have more possessions to do more things, but there's also more athleticism in his game. There's more length in his game, but, you know, it's also more space for MJ to go to work. So,
Yeah,
I mean, we'll never know, but for sure, I mean, he's a master masterful basketball player, like we've been saying. His skill level is unmatched. So, of course, he'll do numbers in this league today.
How many points do you think Jordan could average in today's NBA?
What's the most he ever averaged? 37?
37-1.
37-1.
All right, so 40 easy. 40 easy. 40 easy. Yeah, 40 easy. Like 40 is easy. 40 would be easy for Black Jesus.
Because Harden a couple of years ago averaged 36. So you figure Jordan could average 40 with no problem. I'm gonna ask both of you guys.
And you add to that when he averaged 37, he was doing it with twos.
Twos. Thank you, Al Harrington. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Because just imagine if Michael decided to shoot 6, 7 threes a game like they do now. 40 would have been easy.
And he was only shooting 3 a game, not making 3, shooting 3, attempting 3s a game.
Jordan would average 20 free throws probably every night. You got to understand, he would evolve into this era. The Jordan that we saw young, athletic,
You
into
think
the basket.
Harden gets a lot of free throws? Imagine Jordan in today's NBA.
Jordan probably shooting more
The
threes
GOAT.
too. So he would definitely evolve. He averaging 35 at one point. I can see him really pushing that to 40. I don't know about 50, 60, but mid-40s, I can see that possibly happening.
Yeah, mid-40s.
I don't know if he would shoot 75% from the field, but Paul, for his career, I think he averaged 8.5, 8.8 free throw attempts per game. So that's at least gonna double. That's 20 per game in today's age. And also, pace and space. Think about how physical the game was back then. You pretty much get put on your back every time you went to the
4
bucket.
people in that
Now, all of a
shot.
sudden somebody blows on your wrist.
You don't see that
that's
now.
A foul? Even though he would have taken more threes if he lived in today's age, still his mid-range game was on point. His skill level, he still would be considered one of the most skilled, if not the most skilled in the league today. I don't know 75%, but he'd be averaging in the 40s for sure.
What both of you guys are saying is right. The pace has increased. The three-point shot has increased. Players up front have gotten smaller. So now driving to the basket, he going to be dunking on everybody.
Yeah.
He already was.
KD is like a 4 in
He was
today's game.
already dunking on everybody.
So now, and then here's the other thing. If Harden can average 36, 37 right now, James Harden is averaging that right now. He's getting none of those points off his defense. Jordan's going to be getting steals. He'll be getting blocks.
That's a good
He's going to
point.
be out on fast break. I say about 4. We will be having a conversation, can somebody average 50 besides Will? He'll be 47, 48. I really believe that.
If you put Michael Jordan on the floor today, with the way the game is officiated, with what the league has gone for, with the amount of space, with the lack of physical contact on ball handlers, on guys finishing after him, there is absolutely
speaking
no
facts,
question in my mind
as always,
that Michael Jordan would lead the league in scoring every single year, and he probably would be somewhere around 40 a night because the one thing you could do to him, you could try at least, was to try to get into his body. I mean, I was a guy I used my physical strength as an advantage because the guy was so quick. You could at least try to dictate where he was going to go with physical contact 30 feet from the rim. And then, my goodness, I usually had 2 bouncers at the club in the lane behind me ready to beat him up as he got in there. Now, it's no contact on the perimeter. Nobody's coming to lay you out. They're worried about the instant replay, ejections, flagrant 2s. None of that stuff existed. So to put him in a court today with as competitive as he was, as tough as he was, as skilled, as quick, there's no doubt in my mind Michael Jordan would lead the league in scoring.
In today's game, the rules as they are, how would Jordan do, and how many points do you believe he would average?
I don't think anybody's averaging 60 or 70.
Okay.
So those days are over with.
Nobody gonna get Will's 50 a game, huh?
Not 50 a game. No, that's not going to happen. But I will say this: Michael Jordan would average whatever he want to average.
You believe he can get 40 a night?
Yeah, he can. Yeah. If there's no question about it.
40 a night,
Yeah,
40.
Yeah.
How you gonna get 40? If you go to
I'm not here to break it down and decipher it. I'm telling you as a witness. I'm testifying on behalf of Michael Jeffrey Jordan that he would average 40 a night. If we see guys averaging 30,
right,
and 35, with all due respect, that don't have the arsenal that he has offensively.
Well, you have to add that 3 ball. You got to add the 3 ball to get to 40. Because you look at the guy, Harden, was the last guy, I think Harden averaged, 36? And that step back three, he put that in. Obviously, the free throw, Jordan went to the free throw line a lot. He didn't go as much as Harden. But I don't know how you get to 40 without that three ball.
Well, Jordan's going to go to the free throw line more than he did back then because we were able to beat him up.
Right.
And it was ignored to
Right.
a certain extent.
Okay.
So, and he added the three ball in his
Mark
career.
Jackson.
You watch him against the Blazers knock down
Speaking
three. That
facts
wasn't
per
especially
usual.
right, but it wasn't like he was a liability shooting the basketball. Michael Jordan would average whatever he wanted to average.
What about these other guys who are playing in today's,
Jordan would have averaged 45, 50.
in today's
The
game?
point I was making is
Everybody's saying
great
40
shooting.
plus. Well, I mean, 40 is
Freedom to
obvious
roam.
because
freedom with
he
no
did
hand check.
37.
You can't
already,
crowd
so-
me,
and
and I got a
that
clear sight at the rim, then it's going to be lights out, baby. But it's so hard to play defense in today's game because they allow the offense to go wherever they want.
Okay, but if Jordan's averaging, I mean, be honest here. If Jordan in his prime, Jordan in the early 90s, is
In
averaging...
today's rules.
Yeah, today's rules is averaging 40.
He would average 40. I
Okay.
think he would average 40.
Okay, but didn't he average 39 one year, or 37.1? So Kobe's going to average 40.
Kobe would be up there. Kobe would be up there as well.
If Michael played today,
Yeah.
he'd probably average almost 50 a game. I mean, he really would because you wouldn't be able to touch him on the perimeter, so he'd be shooting a ton of free throws.
Yeah, so when everybody does this like Michael LeBron comparison, it's like you almost can't. It's not the same game that they're playing.
Same game. You're right.
It's
not
so
the same
different.
game. I would have loved to see LeBron
Back then.
play during in the 90s.
And it's the hand check. You can't put your hands on these guys now. And just imagine, Michael Jordan was averaging 29 to 30 plus points a game in regular season in the playoffs with hand checking. Now you can't touch him.
Yeah.
You couldn't touch MJ then without getting a foul. Imagine what it looks like now. And you know Michael Jordan will adapt
Vince,
to
you know, he's been in the
today.
league
And
for
one thing
1,000
that
years.
will get guys is his ability to get in one or two dribbles to the pump fake. It's Michael Jordan. You're going to react to every move he does, and his pump fake alone will draw fouls.
As far as LeBron and Michael,
Damn, that's a good point,
if
too.
Michael played in this era, he'd average 50. He averaged 50 points.
Rodman giving his 2 cents at the end. Man, just all the perfect commentary from all those legends just shows how good Michael Jordan was and would be in today's era. I don't think a single person said less than 40. And it's obvious it wouldn't be less than 40 because he already averaged 37 with the 80s and 90s one year. So and he did that only shooting, I think that season he only attempted threes a game. Correction, he only attempted 0.8 threes a game. The year he averaged 37.1, so my bad. And goddamn, 2-pointers and free throws, both of which, like, more free throws, more 3-pointers in today's NBA, that leads to higher scoring. Bro, it's a no-brainer, bro. It's a no-brainer. Michael Jordan would be even more of a GOAT in today's era. And we would even be talking about LeBron. Come on. That's case closed right there. Case closed. Man, shout out to LeBron. He's still a great, his longevity and his ability to get to the finals and his versatility defensively, offensively, just a Swiss Army knife. He is one of the greats, without a doubt. But he's not the GOAT. He's not the God. He ain't MJ. Come on. Let's quit playing. Jordan could average 37 points per game while being butchered by his opponents. Imagine what he would do in today's NBA and today's game with today's rules. No one is allowed to hand check if anyone roughs him up, it's a multiple game suspension, man. Come on. Like, think. Tic-tac fouls being called constantly, players spreading the floor, making it very difficult to double up on anyone. MJ will go wild scoring. Thank you to whoever commented that, but come on, yo. It's really insane, bro, that this is even a debate. But yes, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. If he played in today's NBA, he'd be seen as even greater than he was before, or greater than he's seen now, because how easy it would be for him to score. I mean, just look at those videos. He was eating up double teams. Double teams, triple teams, they didn't even slow him down. And in today's NBA, where you have zone defenses, like one of my friends argued that, oh, because the zone defenses now, it's harder to get into the paint. Bro, come on, like, you don't think MJ could figure out a way over the zone? He's a shooter. The way to beat a zone is with shooting. Oh, come on, you know, that's just a silly argument at the end of the day. There's so much flaws in the argument. I'm done. So, I'm done. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. I'm trying to get to my next 1,000 subscribers ASAP. It takes a second for you to press that red button. Doesn't mean anything to you, but it means the world to me. So I appreciate you for tuning in, and stay tuned for more.
Yes, sir!